dar la base de velocidad para los televisores como de visión.
of this business of tourism. Welcome. Now we are about to start, and we would like, of course, we'd like to start with the national anthem of Jamaica and the national anthem of Cuba. So can we stand for the national anthem? Thank you. And we will now have the national anthem of Cuba. Thank you. Can we just continue standing while I pray? Heavenly Father, we thank you for today, to gather us here together in this manner, to learn, to meet each other, to learn about products and services that will be of benefit, not to just Jamaica, but also to Cuba. Father, we ask that you guide our presentations. We ask that this be a blessed day. We ask that you take us home safely. These and all these mercies we ask in your Son, Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you. You can have a seat. All right, so I would like to introduce myself. So members of the audience, I am Belinda Sutherland Dow. Now I am about to take you on a journey that you have never been on before. And I'm asking you to fasten your seatbelts, because today we will be having a launch of Caribbean and Latin consultants, products and services, the first since they have opened office in 2010. So without further ado, I would like to welcome our special guests, our VIP, our members of the ministries, various ministries, and we would like to go right into the program. So we would have to start with none other than His Excellency Fermin G. Quinones, the Ambassador of the Republic of Cuba. Now, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for him.
afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. Dear friends, representative of different ministries, governmental agencies, Jamaican companies, tourist agencies, colleagues of the diplomatic corps, representatives of Cuban entities and companies that have come from Cuba to join this event, Cuban compatriots living in Jamaica. On behalf of the Embassy of Cuba and Caribbean and Latin Travel and the Cuban companies and entities that are accompanying us, I thank you for your presence. First of all, I think it is fair to acknowledge the hard work done by Caribbean and Latin Travel. Without its tenacity and persistence, this event would have been very difficult, if not impossible. I am so grateful for the support and assistance of different Cuban entities such as Aerogaviota, Conviomed, Cuban Medical Service, La Estancia, and of course, the extensive work carried out by the Cuban Ministry of Tourism as part of the Cuba Única campaign, whose representatives are with us this afternoon together with representatives of Ecotour and Iberostar, one of the largest hotel operators in the island and in the region. Dear friends, Cuba has deep historical, cultural, and family ties with Jamaica, a profound root of African heritage and the Caribbean Sea. It is not difficult to find in Jamaica or in Cuba national with a past or roots in the other island. This strengthens us and forces us to think about the need to work together in the face of a new challenge and threats. From Chinese window, we have learned that if you walk alone, you will go faster. If you walk with others, you will go farther. In 50 years of bilateral relation, cooperation have been intense and have left indelible trace. In addition to schools, microdams, civic works, more than 7 university graduates in different specialties, and 175 young Jamaicans today studying in Cuba, we now have 360 health specialists and 67 teachers in Jamaica who provide these services throughout the Jamaican geography. Much has been done, but we are not satisfied. Last 2022 was a year of reconquest of economic sectors affected by the extensive closing of borders, a measure taken to control the COVID-19 pandemic. No country was unaffected by this phenomenon, from which we are still awakening with the obligation to restore economic and financial stability to the world. The data provided by the United Nations point with the reserve prognosis to the slow but gradual growth of the world economy, undoubtedly marked by the high inflation rates that have been hitting us since 2022, a year that reached approximately 9%. In this context, Cuban economy wakes up with programs that impact all its strategic development sectors with the approval last year of 75 measures aimed at accelerating the country's economic recovery. Agriculture, service, and foreign trade, as well as investment in Cuba, have benefited from measures that make the participation of foreign capital more flexible and make it possible to do business with Cuban companies. An opening to the island wholesale and retail market have made possible to connect foreign partners with state-owned and private companies in Cuba, placing national products within their reach. The Special Development Zone of Mariel materialized the business possibilities for entrepreneurs and businessmen who invest in Cuba, in addition to placing their product in the Cuban market. Jamaican businessmen know the potential of the Cuban market and the high preparation of the human resources it offers. Currently, commercial interests between Cuba and Jamaica are increasing, with a diversification of the area of interest ranging from the health, education sector, agriculture, pharmaceutical, biotechnology, and construction. It is common the presence of government representatives of Jamaican businessmen in Espocariri, FIAF, and other fairs and commercial and professional events that take place annually in Cuba. Together with the Chamber of Commerce of Cuba and JAMPRO, we are already working so that the representation of Cuban businessmen will participate in Expo America in 2023 in few weeks. Dear friends, notwithstanding all the efforts of my country, we recognize that there are important barriers that limit the increase of commercial, financial, and investment links. The criminal and inhuman economic and financial blockade imposed by the government of the United States against Cuba for more than 60 years, marked by its extraterritorial character, hinders our economy and drains substantial resources that could be used to increase our productive capacity, trade, and international cooperation. This web of unilateral coercive measures seeks to asphyxiate the Cuban economy and, in recent years, have hit with surgical precision the strategic sectors of the country's economic base. Even today, when the world knows that Cuba does not and will never sponsor terrorism, the US government includes it in a spurious, unilateral, and illegal list of states that are supposed to be sponsoring terrorism. This outrage, not at all credible to the international community, limits the country's financial capabilities and its normal relationship with the international financial system. Cuban businessmen and their foreign counterparts, without distinction, face daily the limitation imposed on them by the embargo, which violate the most elementary norms of peaceful coexistence. Their persistence, tenacity, and knowledge make them a strong partner for the realization of commercial interests. I take this opportunity to deeply thank the Jamaica and CARICOM member states for the firm and substantial demand for the cessation of the illegal and unjust economic blockade imposed for the US government to Cuba, and the condemnation on the inclusion of Cuba in the legitimate list of states sponsoring terrorism. Dear friends, Cuba, as a tourist destination, maintains its constant renovation and the search for the new horizons. Always in line with the wishes of its rebel customers, their requirements and demands make our tourist sector improve every day and become stronger. In the first 2 months of this year, 2023, almost 500,000 visitors were received in Cuba. The hard work of our hotel staff have placed the island among the favorite destinations of the so-called millennials. Cuba is not just sun and beach. The richness of our historical sites and our culture have been gaining space in this industry with a direct link to the development of city tourism. Extensive program of panoramic and guided tours take visitors back to the times of the Spanish conquest and the struggles of the Cuban people for its independence. Emblematic places are renovated and modernized according to international standards, bringing with them the creation of new offers and the revitalization of entire communities. Ecotourism, space to keep in touch with Cuba's native flora and fauna, remains among the main markets for visitors who enjoy a Cuban coffee in direct contact with nature. Extensive street of beaches listed as some of the best in the world make the island a paradise for the enjoyment of its tropical water, which have an exuberant marine life ideal for diving. Behind all the hotel development, infrastructure, and logistics that allow to complete the operation and the extensive network of hotels and resorts operating throughout the country, there are foreign companies that are leaders in hotel management and that work together with Cuban companies to provide the international quality service that clients deserve. It is a growing market that always offers new opportunities. At the same time, health tourism is emerging strongly with a network of institutions designed, equipped, and staffed with highly trained personnel that provide, in addition to the space of relaxation, first-class medical care to visitors. Of course, behind all this modern and updated infrastructure is the hospitality and boundless joy of the Cuban people. They are our true heritage and strength. The Caribbean Sea surrounds us and brings us, our people, together. Cuba and Jamaica are part of this phenomenon. Our history, culture, and natural beauties can be shared with visitors with only one trip. The promotion and development of multi-destination tourism opens the door to deepen the complementarity in this sector. The conditions for this are created. More than one airline connects us. Caribbean and Latin travel and other agencies in Jamaica have the experience to link our nations, and Cuba has made Gaviota available for this initiative. Thus guaranteeing air connectivity between our countries for some years now, while promoting the development of multi-destination in a safe and stable manner. For this, the intention and political goodwill of the respective government is not enough. A high dosage of creativity is needed in the design of attractive package for different market segments. Cuba opens its door to an infinite numbers of possibilities, from its history, culture, recreation, leisure, health, contact with the nature to business opportunities. Dear friend, now I will give space to a group of presentations that I'm sure will provide you with the detailed information on some opportunities mentioned as above. From Jamaica, Cuba is within everyone's reach. For tourism, trade, or investment, we are only a mere 90 nautical miles apart. Enjoy the event and look forward to seeing your smartphone flashes and smile as you savor just a taste of the generosity of that Cuba offers to its visitors. Once again, thank you, all of you, very much.
Okay, I want you to give him a round of applause. Thank you very much, Ambassador. Okay, one of the things that I like about Cuba, I've never traveled to Cuba. I've traveled to 5 countries, but I've never traveled to Cuba. But one of the things that I admire about Cuba is their level of literacy. Do you know that they're 99%, they have a 99% literacy rate? Free education, free healthcare. All right, so we're here to promote Cuba today. Now, the next presenter is the lady that is behind all of this. She is a strong woman. Yesterday we celebrated Women's Day, and Yeni, I would like to celebrate you today. Now, I want you all to give her a round of applause, and she is coming to give you the products and services of her.
Thank you.
Thank you all. Good afternoon, everyone. Buenas tardes a todos. Welcome. Thank you for being here with us to launch our 2023 tourism products to Cuba as our first destination, or our principal destination and multi-destination. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. Caribbean and Latin Travel is a Jamaica travel agency and tour operators certified by the Ministry of Tourism. We have been operating since 2010, and since we started, we are the general sales agents for Aerogaviota Airlines. And along with the airline, we also offer a large tourism products to Cuba, the Caribbean, Latin America, and the rest of the world. We had a big group of qualified staff to fulfill all our objectives. You are welcome to our company. And I'm going to start with the Aerogaviota flights. As I was commenting, Aerogaviota has been operating since 2010 with 4 frequencies per week, and connecting the principal cities and airports for both countries. Our schedules are Mondays and Fridays from Havana and Santiago to Kingston, on Wednesdays from Holguín to Montego Bay, and Thursdays from Camagüey to Kingston. I also want to mention that the airline has been in maintenance, and we are ready to open for service starting April 15. Another service offered in our company is hotel accommodation. We have partnership with all companies in Cuba to offer this service in Jamaica. We partner with groups of hotels like Gran Caribe, Grupo Cubanacan, Iberostar Hotels, Blue Diamond, Rock, Melias Hotel, Barcelona, Believe, Gaviota, and Isla Sur. All these groups, they have hotels from 3-star, 4 stars, and 5 stars. We also offer 5-star plus. Our ground transportation is another service, complementary service offered in our company. We offer this service for individuals and for groups, partnering also with all companies in Cuba. Excursions is one of the services that we know we cannot live out. And most of the passengers who buy a package, they want to have an excursion, and we also arrange any excursion in Cuba with a specialized guide service. Clients can request their excursion based on their interest and preference. And most common excursions requested to us are natural excursions as diving and adventure. City tours, excursion of zone, beach, entertainment, sport, educational, culture, and immersion. And in Caribbean and Latin travel, we also prepare packages for individuals and for groups. And I want to comment to you that we just request 10 passengers to make a group. And generally, the coordinator of the group, we give a special price. And these packages are inclusive of the ticket, tourist card, travel health insurance, transportation from the airport to the hotel. We include accommodation, excursion, and personalized assistance since the passenger arrives in Cuba until the departure. In Cuba, we also have a group of events during the year, and I'm going to mention the principal ones that we offer here in Jamaica. We start with pedagogy and university, and generally it's done in every year, January every year, and this is an event where academic specialists meet to discuss educational updates. We have in Cuba International Tourism Trade Fair, an event where travel agencies, hotels, groups, airlines, services suppliers, local and international tour operators meet. So we invite the travel agencies to accompany us this year to be in this event. And we have also another event, a special event, where a lot of Jamaicans love to be there, is the Fire Festival. It's an event done in Santiago de Cuba, and it's about culture that brings together Caribbean countries, and every year is dedicated to a different country. And I got the information that this year is dedicated to Mexico. I don't know if we have somebody from Mexico today, but it's dedicated to Mexico. Expo Caribe. This trade show is an intense business, social, and cultural exchange of the Caribbean countries with the rest of the world. It's also an event done in Santiago de Cuba. We have other events like digital naturals for those who love the photography. Also, there is an event in Cuba. And I'm going to mention the last one, that is FIHA, a multi-sectoral fair. It's the largest commercial and exhibitory event in Cuba. It is the most important meeting point for the foreign and Cuban businessmen, covering all sectors of the Cuban economy. In our company, we also assist our customers with health, tourism, and academics. In this area, we promote the service for improving the quality of life to our customers. For persons who need medical attention, we coordinate and provide complete assistance. We ensure that the service that requested by the client is confirmed before the passenger departs from Jamaica. Cuba also gives the opportunity for those passengers to have a health insurance. In case that you get sick while you arrive, there is a service that give you a full medical coverage within 24 hours, and it is Iceland-wide. Traveling to Cuba is free of visa. The passengers just need to process an official document that accredits the authorization to enter to the country. This authorization is valid for 90 days and can be extended up to 3 more months. Of course, processing the extension at the immigration authorities in Cuba. I also want to mention it's a physical document, but in the soonest time we will have an electronic tourist card. Oh, yes, tourist card. Or new services that will be introduced to our customers in the next month will be car rental in Cuba. We already contracted a large list of cars. Passengers who want to rent a car, they can request it to us to get the service on arrival. Cargo and courier. A lot of persons request service to send a document to Cuba or a small package, a small or big cargo, service that we will regularize, offering the opportunity to send miscellaneous documents in small and large packages to all parishes in Cuba. So I'm going to move to multi-destination, or new service to Caribbean and Latin travel. We are working hard. We already started to receive our first group. This is a service that we are giving the opportunity to our passengers to visit several countries in one trip. connecting countries from the Caribbean, Central America, Europe, and the rest of the world. Some of the countries that we are working are Dominican Republic, Mexico, Peru, Chile, Colombia, Panama, Hungary, and Poland. And of course, the multi-destination packages are for incoming and outgoing customers. Dear friends, you just need to bring a destination to travel, and we at Caribbean and Latin Travel will make this a reality. Thank you.
Okay, give her a better clap than that. Glory to God. Okay, I know you're enjoying it so far, and we have much more. Okay, so now we have a raffle. And this raffle will be done by Abigail Hugh, the sales assistant at Carrier and Land Travel. Abigail, so for those of you, all right, so yes, so Abigail, are you ready to come and choose from the container? All right, so welcome. All right, so we are giving away a prize. So she's gonna, you can put the container here. Have you shuffled it? All right, so she's gonna pick from the container. And, oh, she stirred it. Mr. Center, okay. So you want me to take it to the center? Okay. So Abby, so one lucky participant will be winning a prize. And the winner is
Emiliano Nelson.
okay, give the person a clap. So they will be winning a little token. Are they coming for the prize? Oh, okay, he's coming. All right, Mr. Cameraman, can we have? Thank you very much. You're welcome. All right, so we're going to move to our next item on the program, and this item is entitled Cuba Destiny, and this will be done by Rena Iris Alaga. Welcome, give her a clap.
Good afternoon, and thank you so much. I'm going to present Cuba, destination of peace, health, and security. My name is Reina Iris Alaga. I am commercial in travel agency in Cuba. The first Cuba destination. In this moment, The new slogan to promote Cuba is Cuba Única. The first, why Cuba is unique. Cuba is unique for its attentive, hospitable, and joyful people. A mixture of tradition, modernity, culture, nature, history, and heritage. What is the regulation that the person does know before the travel to Cuba? This is advanced information. The first, do you need a visa? Travel visa, tourist visa is mandatory. Jenny, give information about this because in this moment was extended the time for 90 days, the tourist visa. The second, you have to be passport in order. And then you have to go to the travel de viajero and fill out the form with the identification and then send to Cuba. What is the way to enter Cuba? For to enter Cuba, we have different ways to enter. The first is by international airport. In Cuba, we have 10 airports. In the Havana, Cayo Largo, Paradero, Villa Clara, Cayo Coco, Camagüey, Holguín, Granma. The second is by cruise terminal. We have 3 international cruise terminals in Santiago de Cuba, in Cienfuegos, and in Havana. The last is by international marine. In Cuba, we have 8 international marine for to get Cuba. You can see all the plan by hotel by territory. We have a total 8,279 rooms. The main territory is La Habana, Paradero, Villa Clara, Ciego de Ávila, and Holguín. This is all the hotel plan in Cuba. In Cuba, it's possible operate some international hotel group. You can see Meliá, Iberostar Cuba, Blue Diamond, Rock, NH Hotel, Kempinski, Barcelona, and Blanc. There are different in Cuba. In all Cuba, you can find hotels, this group hotel. Well, Cuba is not only sun and beach. In Cuba, it's possible to find many activities to do. They are in all Cuba. The first, nature tourism. In Cuba, there are many possibilities to do this modality, trekking, hiking, and the others. Rural and agrotourism. Culture and heritage. Events, congress, and incentives. You can see the main events 2023 in Cuba. Swimming Fair International Sport Fair, Havana Sport Indoor, in July and August, World Champion Underwater Photography. In June, Ateneo World Champion, Edition to the Park, and Edition Fit Cuba. I'm going to make a stop about this, but this is the more important tourist event in Cuba. This is a good possibility to invite you to participate in the next May in this edition. In this case, place is dedicated to Cuban culture and heritage. Other film it can do in Cuba is bird watching. Health and the well-being and quality of life is the good things about tourists that is possible to do this activity in Cuba. It's possible to do in Cuba many activities, but this is, I talk about the activity we can do in Cuba, but now we're going to start to speak about Eastern Cuba. Eastern Cuba, this area is more close to Jamaica. This region is very important, maybe for different provinces. Guantánamo, Santiago de Cuba, Holguín, and Camagüey. Four of the first town founded in Cuba is located in this area. The first, Baracoa, is the first city founded in Cuba. Santiago de Cuba is the most Caribbean of the Cuban city. Bayamo is the ground of our nationality, and Camagüey is the largest city, and very important because the center historical is World Heritage. In this part of Cuba, we have many important sites and manifestations that hold the status of the World Heritage. In Camagüey the center historical of Camagüey hold the status of the World Heritage. And Santiago de Cuba have two very important places. This is the fortress Castillo San Pedro de la Roca and the coffee plantation. There are another place, this is the Tumba Francesa, this is heritage intangible of humanity. In this area, we have many important natural places that hold the status patrimony of humanity. It's possible to see in Baracoa and Guantánamo and Holguín the Alejandro Humboldt Park and Desembarco del Granma, Desembarco del Granma, that all both hold the status the World Natural Heritage. And in Santiago and Granma it's possible to do trekking because in this area it's possible to locate the more higher site in Cuba. This is Turquino Peak. We have the other place that hold the status the biosphere reserve. They are the desembarco de Cuchilla del Toa a el Parque Baconao. For to enter this part in Cuba, we have 4 international airports. We have international airport in Holguín, in Santiago de Cuba, in Granma, in Holguín, in Santiago de Cuba, in Granma and Camagüey. In this part of Cuba, there are many arts and manifestations that mark the our idiosincrasy. It's possible to do some activity that to enjoy or to know this part of Cuba. This is the picture about the Camagüey city, Baracoa city. This is Santiago de Cuba. This is the most Caribbean that our This is the most Caribbean and the Cuban city. In this area, the Cuba was born the room and different genre of music. This is the city more near to Jamaican and the other part of the Caribbean. Grandma is a good place because in this area, this is Manzanillo, in this area it's possible to enjoy the nature and the group and the capital. Holguín is the famous for being the place where Cristobal Colon landed. And because the Holguín, we have the nice and wonderful beach, Guardalavaca. It's very known and it's very nice to stay in this area. Camagüey is part of the eastern area. In this, Camagüey is known for the cultural area, and in this area, it is possible to enjoy the beach because there are Santa Lucia Beach only a 7 kilometers from the city. It's possible to see the picture about Camagüey. This is the area, the beach, the Santa Lucia. I told you this is enjoy because the sun and the water is transparent. There are the different hotels and different parts of this area. There are some interesting things, but it's possible to mark the idiosyncrasy and identity in Cuba. It's possible to enjoy different food, different flavors, chocolate, coconut, and the others. In Baracoa, this is the most singular. This is located in Holguín. In Guantanamo, this is the most singular city in Cuba. This is our beer. This is Bucanero and Cristal. It's very known in Cuba because the beaches are tradition in Cuba that is possible to enjoy. In this part of Cuba, there are disciplines on different events that is possible to participate. Events in the eastern region are full the festivity, magic, and joy. The event is going to tell you in Guantanamo. There are different events in Santiago de Cuba, Granma, Holguín, Las Tunas, because we have the Caribbean Festival, we have the chocolate with coffee, we have Pepe Sánchez Trova, Fiesta de la Cubanía, Havana Film Festival, Colombian Day, and the other events that is possible to participate in Cuba. This is Havana Film. You can see this is the Caribbean Festival that takes place in Santiago de Cuba every day, every year in July. It's possible to participate. I'm going to invite you to participate in this festival. Thank you so much for our presence, and Cuba is for all. Welcome to Cuba.
Okay, thank you very much. We will now move to the next item, which is item 10, inside Iberostar Cuba. Now, this item will be presented by Kenya Karalde Bombeida, Sales Manager of Marcari International Tourism, Iberostar. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kenia Garayalde Fombellida. I'm coming directly from Havana, and I'm very grateful to be here today with all of you. I would like to thank you to the Cuban Embassy here in Jamaica, to the Ministry of Tourism, and of course to Caribbean Latin Travel for this specific opportunity. I'm just waiting for the presentation. Okay, this is inside Iberostar Cuba. We believe in travel that leaves lasting memories. Why multi-destinations? Multi-destinations, we firmly believe that with Caribbean Latin Travel, we can open a window for the multi-destination portfolio between Jamaica and Cuba because of the proximity of both countries and the air connectivity that we are receiving in both countries as well from European and Latin American markets. I would like to show you where we are in Cuba. Iberostar Cuba is part of a Spain hotelier chain located in all around the island, not only in Havana, but also in Varadero, the north part of the island, Cayo Encenacio, Cayo Guillermo, and Cayo Cruz, Trinidad, and Holguín. We have in Cuba 17 hotels, more than 6,000 rooms available for all of the clients. We would like to split the portfolio between different segments. For example, the cities, the Welcome Day in Havana. In Havana, we have two hotels, Iberostar Grand Pacar and Iberostar Grand Parque Central. And also in Trinidad, we have Iberostar Grand Hotel Trinidad. We would like to focus in these three products because this is the last impression to all of the clients that arrive to the cities first, and then combined with the vision. This is a universal full of colors. You can see Iberostar Grand Pacar and Iberostar Parque Central around the Paseo del Prado Avenue, and Iberostar Grand Trinidad is located in the heart of this city, which is part of the UNESCO patrimony. Then generations, because we are a family-friendly company. What do we offer on these hotels? We are located in the beachfront hotels with spacious rooms, with mini club for children, and 24 access to food and beverage options. And we are creating a different multiple intelligence for children that we call it a Star Camp. Of course, we have the splash parks. We are the only chain in Cuba that have thematic parks in the island. Then we have 6 hotels located in Varadero, Encenacio, Holguín, Cayo Cruz, and Cayo Guillermo. Another segment that we promote is Get Together. It's only for groups of leisure, miles, or incentive, and we do it for it personalized express check-in. For every 10 office members in the same reservation, we offer 11 free, depending on the season. And we offer as well nearby our adjoining rooms or guaranteed reservation in a specialized restaurant for groups of people. And our top segment in Cuba is the coral level. What do we have here? We have it in Iberostar Selection Encenachos. We have the coral level. This is another only section, a totally independent hotel, on where we offer private check-in, bathroom services, concierge, 24 hours room services. Of course, the premium experience to combine the flavors and the spa services. And individual village for large families, on one of the kind for each hotel. For example, the Iberostar Coral Encenachos is really good, 2 kilometers away from the Central Hotel. And in Iberostar Coral Holguín, we have 2 residential suites for close to 6 persons per room. And then the atelier. Here we create a specific experience for any kind of clients. For example, we create specific experience in city hotels, ocean hotels, or even Catholic weddings, of what we are offering right now in Iberostales and Ashes. We have the proposal collection, the first look, the honeymoon collection, with different ambiances that the bride can choose, and even the rest of the family from the beginning. I would like to end with a video of our company that shows what I'm trying to explain to you today. Let's see if it works. Apologize for the sound. Well, this is a video of our entrance of a client to Havana. Entrance of a client to Havana. Entrance of a client to Havana. You have to come back. You have to come to Cuba to show you in person, sorry. I would like to invite you to the Fit Cuba Fair in May. It's a really good opportunity to all of you. Later on, we will share roughly 2 prizes for everybody, okay? Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I think she was very engaging, wasn't she? Very entertaining, very engaging. Now, there's a proverb in Jamaica that says, all work and no play for the persons who are, I know we have some Jamaicans here, make Jack a dull boy. Now, for the next item, we will be having a musical presentation. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to sit back and listen to a Cuban musical group called Anderson. And they will be doing songs, El Chancha, Medaisen, Cuba, and Flor Palida. Welcome. Give them a clap, 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 clap.
Bueno, bien, bienvenidos. Todos vamos a hacer la música de nosotros, la música cubana, la música tradicional de Cuba.
Hola, ahora sí, ay Dios mío.
Y dice así con este tema de compás segundo que popularizó el Buenaventura Social Club, Chan Chan. Disculpe porque
Thank you
no tuve mucho tiempo para el sonido y
from Cuba and the song for all of you. I hope that you enjoy it.
el cariño que tengo, yo no lo puedo negar. Se me sale la habita y no lo puedo evitar. Que cariño mami, y dice la vida de Cuba. Cuando Juanita y Chan Chan en el mar se unían arena, cuando sacudían el nivel a Chan Chan de la papela. Y qué pena, vamos allá. Ni que amigo, que más que yo me quiero sentar en aquel tronco que veo y así no puedo llegar. Pero llegaste y dice pero qué lindo son esos lugares de por ahí mamá. Que yo te invito mami, te invito a esos lugares de mi país. Yo estoy viendo la música cubana de Cuba, la que te gusta a ti. Y con ustedes, el clarinete de Cuba. El rey. ¡Vamos allá! Dicen así la gente de Santiago. Y la gente lo oriente como dice. Y la gente lo ríe como dice. Y la gente de Camagüey como dice. Como la gente de La Habana también. También dice. Pasadita por aquí, pasadita por allá. Que rica por nada. Como dice la gente de Cuba, como dice, oye compadre, que diga la música cubana, oye, en Santiago de Cuba, en La Habana, oye compadre, como dice mi pueblo. Gracias, Sergio. Qué bueno que están con nosotros. Bueno, vamos a recordar ahora a un grande de la música cubana, a Apolo Montañez. Tengo que cantar a Nancy. Y tengo que coger la guitarrita un momentito.
Que amaneció marchita y desnuda, ya casi caminaba en un suspiro, la llevé a mi cariño para cuidarla, aquella flor de pétalos floridos, a la que cuido y con toda el alma, recuperó el color que había perdido. Que con todo cuidado de la era me fui poniendo un poquito de amor, la fui abrigando en mi alma, y el invierno le da calor para que no se dañara. De aquella flor hoy la dueña soy yo, y he prometido cuidarla para que nadie le robe el color, para que nunca se vaya. De aquella flor surgieron tantas cosas, nació el amor que ya se había perdido, y con la luz del sol se fue la sombra, y con la sombra la distancia y lo viví. Le fui poniendo un poquito de amor, la fui abrigando en mi alma, y en el invierno le daba calor para que no se dañara. De aquella flor la dueña soy yo, y he prometido cuidarla para que siempre esté vaya. Gracias. Thank you very much.
Bueno, nos hicieron una petición de un tema que no es la línea de nosotros, son más tradicionales, pero bueno, esto es La Habana de primera. Pero por el mensaje de esa canción, decidimos dar la petición y la vamos a cumplir.
However, usually we don't play this type of music because it's to the orchestra beat. But you ask and we play. It's the first time that we play that song. But for all of you, I hope they enjoy it. Thank you very much.
La tierra, donde el corazón es más sincero, me colero del sol, pasa las horas, enamorando a la ropa, dándole aquel bolero, traigo mi religión, mi esperanza, me está combinando y mi melodía. Por eso me ese vacío que se siente, yo sellé en tu alma toda mi cubanía. Cubano soy, de una cepa, y a mis raíces las defiendo con la vida. Cubano soy, y yo quisiera que me pudiera cantar. Traigo ahora mi canción para que sepas el porqué. A mí me dicen Cuba. Me ¿Cómo me dicen? ¡Cuba! Ahí. Gracias. Thank you.
Gracias. Thank you very much.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I learned salsa today. Huh? All right. That was excellent. That was very good. And we'll continue with our program. I'm sure most of you must be tired because you were all, I saw most of you at the back on your feet doing the salsa. So I've learned to salsa today. So before the program is over at the end, we will all be salsa. Okay, so our next item is so we'll be having immersion. So we're at item 12, thank you. So we will be moving on to Cuban educational portfolio. Now, one of the things that stands out for me is that Cuba has an excellent educational portfolio. So we'll be calling on Marilda Ortiz Matos, and she's a teacher from the Education Brigade in Jamaica. And she will be coming to tell us about the educational portfolio in Cuba. Welcome her, please. Can we have a welcome?
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As she said already, my name is Marilda Ortiz, and it is a pleasure for me to be this afternoon with you all to present to you two other products of the Caribbean and Latin Travel Agency. In the first moment, I want to present the services portfolio for the Educational Scientific Exchange Company, ICE for its letters in Spanish, in Cuba. And in a second moment, I will be speaking about an immersion program that the agency is also promoting in this location. The Educational Scientific Exchange Company is a Cuban company that coordinates the actions to promote a successful academic exchange between Cuban educators and students from anywhere in the world. Among the services that this company is offering, we have a regular academic services to students of all educational levels in a full-time way in both public and private educational institutions. I want to clarify that these are the services that the company is offering abroad, of course. The academic professional advice to education managers at all levels, diagnosis, advice, and direct specialized attention to children and adolescents with special educational needs of any kind, literacy program for illiterate people in several languages, including English, through the Yes, I Can program, and postgraduate courses for education professionals in the double modality, face-to-face and virtual, graduate and specialties, masters and doctorates. The company is also offering some academic events and congresses that take place in Cuba for educational and scientific exchange. In first place, we have the Congress of Educational Sciences, and number two, the International Congress of Pedagogy. Both of them are held every 2 years. Also, we have the internships in Cuba for students of all educational levels. As part of these services as well, we have the Cuban Educational Brigade here in Jamaica. This brigade provides regular full-time academic services in Jamaican primary, high, and university educational institutions since 1997. It works under the auspices of the cooperation agreement signed between the Ministries of Education of Cuba and of Education, Youth and Information of Jamaica. In these 26 years, more than 400 Cuban teachers and professors have worked in Jamaica, and we teach the subjects of Spanish, math, physics, chemistry, integrated sciences, agriculture, and PE. We make an important contribution to the teaching of Spanish as Jamaica's first foreign language. This good year, the brigade is compounded by 67 teachers and professors who teach in 61 schools, 40 primary, 17 secondary, and 2 technical high schools, and 2 universities throughout Jamaica in 13 countries. In conclusion, the Cuban Brigade's work in Jamaica has been essential in strengthening the bonds of friendship between both countries. Their efforts in the field of education, agriculture, and culture have positively impacted the lives of many Jamaicans. Through their selfless service, the Cuban Brigade has demonstrated the power of international solidarity and cooperation. As we look towards the future, it is important to highlight that we are willing and able to expand our academic services to all institutions that are needed, both public and private, and to continue to support efforts that promote mutual respect and understanding between both nations. Okay, as part of the tourist products as well, I would like to speak in this at this time about an immersion program that has or takes place. It is located in 2 cities of Cuba, in Havana and also in Santiago de Cuba. It is the ecotourism camp program in Cuba. The ecotourism camp program in Cuba, it is a program that is mainly aimed at young people and students interested in learning about ecotourism and the state of the environment in Cuba. The participants will have the opportunity to visit historical places as well as learn about the culture and the customs of the Cuban people through salsa classes. And I think that you guys, all of you like the salsa we just had now, right? So we'll have salsa classes, we have Cuban cooking classes, and the possibility to exchange with the people starting from Spanish practices during the program. I would like to give you a description of the program per day. So this one specifically, which is in Havana, the first one that is going to be in Havana is designed to last 6 days. And the accommodation would be in the Hotel La Arena that is located in East Havana. So on day 1, we will have the reception at the airport, of course, by specialized guides. And then the transfer from the airport to the hotel, it is itself a tour, a panoramic and landscape tour with a specialized guide. And the reason why is because you will go along the Revolution Square, Northern Havana, Colonial Havana, and finally to Eastern Havana, where the hotel is located. Then a reception at the hotel, accommodation where you'll be assigned to your different rooms, and after lunch, a brief informative contact for an explanation of the program and objective of the camp. After the contact, you'll have a tour around the hotel so that you get familiar with the hotel facilities, and then a free time at the beach or pool. And after dinner, participation in the hotel entertainment activities. On day 2, so for each day, because the main objective of this immersion program is that you actually get familiar and you experience yourself the culture and custom of the country. You will have different workshops and lessons during the morning. So each day you will have, after breakfast, a workshop which is going to be different discussions about different topics. On day 1 and day 2, sorry, it's going to be a discussion on the state of the Cuban environment for 15 minutes. After that, the cooking classes, and then Spanish classes, followed by the Cuban salsa classes. It is important to highlight that all these lessons are aimed to starters, so they're going to be basic, and you're going to be led by the specialized teachers in all of these different areas that will take you through all the basic steps. For example, for the cooking class, there is so the main ingredients for the Cuban cuisine, the different seasoning that we use. For the Spanish lessons, the objective is to have a communicative approach so that you're able to actually interact with the Cuban people while you're there. So you're going to start with the basics, which is the introductions, presentations, and so on, and then until you can have your little conversations with the Cuban people. For the salsa classes as well, you're going to be walk through the main steps, the basic steps of salsa and other Cuban dances like Cuban son. After lunch, you will be departure to an excursion tour of Colonial Havana or Old Havana. And this includes a visit to the Cathedral of Havana. This is more like a panoramic city tour. You're going to be, you will enjoy the city of Havana. You will see the Revolution Square where the monument of Jose Marti is, and also going through the seafront until you reach to Old Havana, where you will appreciate the beautiful squares, the Cathedral of Havana, and the beautiful history that it has. After the excursion, you will return to the hotel, and then at night you can enjoy the entertainment and recreation party in the hotel areas. On day 3, you'll have a discussion on Cuban nature tourism, Spanish classes, Cuban salsa classes, and then after lunch, you will have a free afternoon to facilitate the free enjoyment of the pool, beaches, and nature of the hotel and its surroundings. After dinner, entertainment and recreation party in the hotel area. On day 4, we continue with the discussion on Cuban rural tourism, cooking classes, Spanish classes, and Cuban salsa classes, and then after lunch this time you will have an excursion to Guanabito Farm and My Hacienda, which is located in Guanabo, and you will see that the facility and the construction is it's made of rustic constructions that are very typical in the Cuban countryside. All the people that works in there, you will see them dressed in the Cuban typical clothing, and you can enjoy their horse riding along with other activities as well. After that, you will have a transfer to Marlin Tarara to enjoy bathing in the river and beach, as well as enjoying nautical facilities in the purest air of Havana, concluding with a competition of sand sculptures made by participants. After you return to the hotel and have your dinner, at 8:30 there will be a masked party, animation and recreation in the hotel areas. On day 5, we continue with discussions. Remember, this is an ecotourism trip on adventure tourism in Cuba, the Spanish classes, Cuban salsa classes, and then you will have a free afternoon to enjoy your last day in Cuba. At night, there will be a farewell party at the hotel. At day 6, breakfast, and then you will receive a certificate and recognition for your participation in the camp in Cuba, and then transfer with a specialized guide to the airport with an explanation on the landscape during the route, Havana del Este, Malecón, Quinta Bella. And then at the airport, assistance and farewell. The other location that we have is Santiago de Cuba. Santiago de Cuba is the second most important city in the country. It is located in the south of the island and has witnessed important historical events throughout history since the time of Spanish colonization. Founded in the year 1515 by the Spanish conqueror Diego Velázquez, the city maintains a multitude of places that recall the time that changed the course of the island's history and many other later ones whose importance is reflected in the mark they left on the architecture, the art, and traditions of the people of Santiago. In addition, the city has a privileged location in the Bay of Santiago de Cuba that allowed it to be the first capital of the country for a while. Through it, the first black slaves arrived in Cuba, and with them, their traditions that are still preserved. Santiago de Cuba is an incredible city made of impressive landscapes, interesting historical buildings, streets full of life and color, brimming with culture and traditions, of which the cultivation of coffee stands out. So in this program, you will be experiencing the culture of Cuba, but are going to be closer to the coffee plantations in this part of the country. On day one, there will be the arrival and reception of clients at Antonio Maceo International Airport of Santiago de Cuba, where you will be received by our guide. Then transfer and accommodation to Hotel Las Americas, and you will be under a breakfast and dinner plan. On day two, there you will have what we call the fraternity excursion, in which you are invited to discover history through coffee ruins that belongs to the World Heritage Site. Departure to the Coffee Heritage Interpretation Center, Casa Blanquet, and then a tour to the ruins of Fraternidad Coffee Plantation, an attractive two-story red house full of history, currently converted into a living museum, where the beginnings of coffee production in Cuba are valued and witnessed, including a visit to the different areas of the exterior and interior housing, recently restored by three-handed project, European Union, Malango Foundation, and Conservative of the city of Santiago de Cuba. Then you will ascend to Fraternidad Viewpoint, where the impressive coffee and natural landscape will give you the opportunity to take a memorable travel photograph. A tour to the ruins of Santa Paulina, and then an admiration of the landscape made of gallery forest, vegetation, and river crossing. You can start walking in the Llano de San Felipe to the ruins of San Luis de Jaca's coffee plantation, which shows intact the evidence of its majestic hydraulic system that rests on 28 Carbonell-type arches. Some ascending roads of approximately 2 kilometers will lead the visitors to the ruins of San Juan de Escocia coffee plantation, where amazing planters with walls that recreate various geometric shapes will allow you to appreciate the ingenuity of its ancient inhabitants. The exceptional visuals of the natural landscape will constitute a call to attention and reflection. During this time, you will have, so it will be a time for resting and taking picture, meditation, and it will be you and the nature in this coffee plantation, which is, if it is your aim and what you're looking for, it is a perfect opportunity to take. Then, on day 3, at your choice or at the client's choice, you can receive salsa classics or Cuban cocktail lessons. And finally, on day 4, you have your breakfast and then time to go to the airport and go back to your country. So,
Okay, thank you. We now move on to the next item, which is, guess what? It is a raffle. For those of you who want to, isn't it? Okay, so we'll have somebody presenting the raffle, doing the raffle. Okay, before we go to that item, I have a public service announcement. Will the owner of a blue Corolla, license plate number 3354, 6N or GN, can you attend to your car, please? Thank you. I repeat, the blue Corolla, license plate number 3354, GN, can you attend to your car, please? Thank you.
Hello, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome once again. Hola, bienvenido, buenas tardes una vez más a nuestro lanzamiento del destino Cuba en multidestino. Today we have the second of us is the basket of the Cuban products. Tenemos una segunda rifa que es nuestros productos cubanos, netamente cubanos. And the winner is, that is the more important part. Okay.
Okay, so the winner is Bramwell Shepherd.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, one of the things that I'm sure you've been listening to the presentations, and some of the presenters have spoken about the medical benefits, Cuba's health tourism. So we have an item now called Cuban Medical Services, Committed with Life. And this item will be presented by Dr. Miss Ladies Napolis Morales, and Dr. Miss Ladies is the president of the Scientific Council of the Cuban Medical Brigade. Can we have Dr. Miss Ladies, please? Okay, before we have her presentation, I would like to mention that we have a trip to Cuba raffle. So please stay in tune for that raffle. One of you lucky visitors will be winning a trip to Cuba. All right, so we will be having that before we close today. Thank you.
Hi, good afternoon. Well, I'm Dr. Morales. She presented me before I am radiation oncologist, but today I came not to talk about cancer, that is my usual topic. I came to show you what opportunity you have in our service in Cuba, in one of the more healthy destinations around the world, that is Cuba. Understand? Well, no? Please. Okay. Well, I will talking about marketing of the Cuban Medical Services SA. This SA will give you the opportunity to have interactions with one multidisciplinary team that is integrated by doctors, nurses, technologists, biomedical engineer, a psychologist with a higher level and a higher professionalism, humanism, and capacity. These Cuban medical services have also a network of excellent hospitals around throughout all our country in Cuba that I will show you later in this presentation. That's why we need to tell you that this Cuban Medical Services SA is not working alone. It's working with different company and different ministry in order to guarantee a very good or one excellent service for you. That's why feel your safety with our doctors, our medicines, our environment, and our vaccinations. When I'm talking about vaccination, it's because we have a history with vaccines, when we produce vaccines. And the best example was the last pandemic that we confront with our vaccine. Okay? And we control this disease with our vaccine. That's why trust in us in that topic. What we are offering for you, we are offering post-COVID rehabilitations. You know that the patients that get COVID-19, sometimes they finish with different sequels or with different complaints that they need rehabilitations. And we are offering for you this rehabilitation in Cuba. Another important service that we are offering for you is the biopharmaceutical products that are very important and are unique in Cuba. Most of them are the vaccines that we produce over there that are antibody, monoclonal antibody. This one are very good, and the results show you that the evidence said that these vaccines, different vaccines that we use in the different cancers, lung cancer, head and neck cancer, brain cancer too, even in children's and in skin cancer, have good response, and the evidence show us that we increase the survival of the patients with this kind of vaccines, and are very good tolerated for the patients with minimal or moderated side effect for them that we can treat previously before to administer the vaccines, and we reduce this side effect for them. Other biopharmaceutical products that we have is very good, I told you, is the Hematprot B that we are using in the diabetic food. Most of the patients that almost need one amputation, we are using this kind of medications, and we get good response and good results, and most of the time we avoid the amputation for these patients. Other products that we have from human placenta are using to different skin conditions like vitiligo and psoriasis with good response to. We have different services that we offer for you too. For instance, the treatment for retinitis pigmentosa. We have other treatment for the Parkinson's disease, for additions, for surgery, cardiovascular surgery, in different congenital malformations, spinal and other orthopedic conditions, surgery too, and andrologist treatment for penile prosthesis. We offer two vacations for patients with hemodialysis services and treatment for athletes that have any injuries. Important, telemedicine. You have opportunity to make one consultation in real time with our specialist. And this one is good because we can interchange with them. You can interchange with them and we can get one answer to any question that we have for patients. Good for you. This is a good opportunity because we can develop new projects in this thermal center. We have at least 6 thermal centers without too much use. We are using, but not too much use, and we can develop new projects in this area. Also, here in the medical technologies and equipment production centers, this one is good opportunity that you have. And well, this one is a question that is mandatory. Why is important investing in Cuba? Why? Because we have a political, social, and legal stability. We have safe and transparent legal body. We have safety for foreign staff. We have geographical location in the center of an expanding market, heavy skilled labor, and we make priority for research and technology innovation. And the institution where you will have service, we have training personnel. How to invest in Cuba? Well, you have a lot of ways to do it, but some of them is with methods foreign company, economy associations, contract, and totally foreign capital company. That's why don't think anymore about it, okay? Cuba is a good destination for you. Follow the Cuban medical services in our social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Misleadis. Now, before I move on to the next item, I would like to announce that we will be having a raffle, Caribbean Latin Travel Consultants, in association with Iberostar Hotel. Now, you will win a free trip to Cuba. Who wants to go to Cuba? I do. Who's going to win the raffle? All right. So Raphael will give you more details on the raffle when the time comes. So before that, we'll move on to our next item, which is a group of biotech and pharmaceutical industry, Cuba. One of the things that you will notice is that Cuba is very strong in medicine. Just as they are strong in education, they're very strong in medicine. And I'm sure you guys are aware that over the years there have been many partnerships as in relation to medicine with Cuba and Jamaica. As a matter of fact, a number of the workforce from Cuba are currently working in our hospitals in Jamaica. So there's a very good partnership. One of the things that also that I wanted to mention is that in 2016, our Minister Bartlett, in his speech, he spoke about our tourism being based on 5 pillars. And these 5 pillars was new markets, new products, new investment, new partnerships, and of course the renewal of human capital development. Now, one of the things that you will notice that there are partnerships. Partnerships with Jamaica and Cuba are very strong. And I know it will only manifest into stronger partnerships. So we will move on to the next item by Arlen Fernandez Sigler, and he's a representative from Biomed. Give him a round of applause.
Good afternoon. Thanks to the Cuban ambassador and the organizer for the opportunity to participate here in this event. Also thanks to the company Yaden Pharma and Medical Service to invite us to continue our business and also to follow the good commercial relations between Jamaica and Cuba. As she said, my name is Arlen Fernandez. I am the General Director of Complement, one of the Cuban company inside the group of the biotech and pharmaceutical industry in Cuba, Cuba Pharma. Cuba Pharma has 45 enterprises, also 20 science and technology units, and more than 100 production facilities, and more than 19,000 workers in Cuba and abroad. There are some samples of the Cuban enterprise inside the Biopharma holding. The Senate, the first Cuban institution for science, the other CIGP, Finland, both enterprise CIGP and Finland develop and produce the vaccines that the other colleagues said in the former presentation. Also, CSC, Biosec, ICAM, Mensource, and Palab, Cenero, Isplacem, Complement, our company, 8th of March, Laboratorio Oriente, and so on. Cuba Pharma export to more than 50 countries in the world, in all the continents. Latin America, Africa, Europe, Asia, and Asia Pacific, okay? Also has several manufacturing facilities in Latin America, in Europe, and also in China as joint venture company, and also wholly owned company in Cuba and in Latin America, like in Mexico, Colombia, Venezuela, Brazil, and also a joint venture company in Cuba, the EEA Alliance company. Also, we have several alliances for co-development of innovative products. There are some samples of the Cuban facility in order to produce general 10 good manufactured products components. They are in Cuba and abroad. Some examples. This is an example for CIGP manufacturing plant in Cuba, and also a facility of CIP in Mariel, a free zone in Artemisa, Cuba, to develop some products, some biomedical products. There are the different products that biopharma develop and produce of amount 1,000 products in different categories. For example, medicines, biosimilars, generic drugs, and so on. Also, we produce reagents for diagnosis tests. Also, we produce medical device and equipments, like our enterprise. We produce products for dental use, for natural products, and also we produce dental cosmetics and products for agriculture. This is an example of the different programs that the products of biopharma companies. For example, a program for screening of prenatal and neonatal. Also, we have the program for vaccines. Also, we have the program for cancer prevention, diagnosis and treatment, and also a program for diagnosis and to fight diabetes. Also, a program for diagnosis and treatment of cardiovascular disease, and for hearing disability, and also for child development disorders. It's an example of the screening program for mother and child program, the blue certification, epidemiological surveillance, cancer controls, diabetes care, clinical biochemistry, neurosurgery, and general surgery. Also, we have a strong program for vaccines, for immunization in Cuba. This is an example of the different vaccines that we produce for meningitis, hepatitis, and mosquito coincide, pentavalent, antiphobia, and tetanus in different locations. And this is an example of the Cuban immunization program and the patent with the first vaccines in Cuba against the morbidity disease and the other disease that we invented with the vaccines that we produced. Here is an example of the diabetes care program with different reagents. Also, products, innovative products like electromobility, also elastomeric, also a medical device in order to stimulate the body movement, in order to improve the time to synchronize the productions, also electromyography, and also a medicine for anti-diabetic management. Thanks. We share with you a video, a small video, to show you the main activities of our government. Our goal is to visit Cuba for holidays and also to make business decisions. Thank you very much.
El grupo de las industrias bioeconómicas y farmacéuticas de Cuba ha tenido 35 años en la investigación, desarrollo y producción de medicamentos, ha tenido los medicamentos de la salud, ha con la legislación para prevenir la población de pacientes con las problemas del tiempo y la vacuna terapéutica contra el cáncer. Además, ofrece organizadas con los animales puestos de dependencia de los niños organizadas de apoyo a sanciones y dos carácteres secretarios. Las prácticas la corporación científica y técnicos según los aportes científicos de las empresas. Una incidencia para el futuro de la comunidad.
Thank you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to acknowledge some very important guests. And in the room just now, we would like to welcome Honorable Anthony Hilton and Dr. Maurice Gallagher. Thank you. Now we will move on to the raffle, and it's that time of the evening when somebody will be a lucky winner to Cuba Hotel courtesy of Iberia Star, and I'm going to need Raphael to give you the details of this trip.
Well, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, once again. So I think you guys must be a little bit, so we're going to break it down. So, I am in charge of getting you the last 2 moments, or the best moments of this afternoon. So we have 2 prizes. One of the prizes is going to be accommodation hotels in Cuba. So we're going to have for all of you a 4-star hotel, which is going to be Parque Central. All right, it's just going to be 3 nights, including accommodation and breakfast for a single room, and the 2 nights in Guadalajara hotel 5-star Bella Vista. All right, 5-star hotels, 2 nights, all inclusive. Okay, this is the raffle we're gonna right now, but we have the best moment of the afternoon right after this one, which is going to be all the package, right? Ticket, accommodation, hotel, transfer, everything. I'm gonna details, all right? So that's why, yeah, that's right? So it's a 3 nights in Park Hotel, right? That's what I got. And also we have in one hotel selection 103, 5-star 2 nights, right? Am I right? No, just 3 nights in Guadalajara. Yeah, just for them to just stay very, very quiet. So, what all right, our model is going to be one of the names. Okay, DJ, you have something to talk about there? Musical background, maybe something to wake up your body here. All right, let's see. Pick up the paper. You know, I do it for you. I do it myself. Okay. Let's see. And the winner, remember, 2 nights. Sorry, 3 nights in Park Hotel, 5 stars. All right. Very good to be out. Let's see. Okay. There we go. The winner is All right, good evening. We come over here. All right, good evening. You have the honor right here. So this is the go. All right. You can also. All right. You can come to the right. That's what we do. You have to follow the she's going to take anything, all right? That's our card. All right. I'm going to start right. So,
Just specifies 2 nights in Havana and 3 nights in Baghdad.
All right. Since I want to start right. So, this is the one. Right? All right. Which you have to start. Sorry. Okay, this is not accommodations before. Right? So it's going to be used from every first till October 31st. That's the time address to our office, and then we're going to give all the details and information. All right. Thank you very much. Start. 1 second. It's coming over here. Go there. Yeah. All right. Picture line. Smile. Cheeks. Yes. All right. Enjoy. Well, I'm sorry, but this is the best moment. So this party includes the following services: early ticket, in and out concert, airport, and hotel. Accommodation in hotel, Ivory Star, Packer, 5 stars, 2 nights. All right, you're gonna have a bed and breakfast. CP14 Havana, inter-hotel transfer, accommodation in hotel selection, 5 stars, 3 nights, all inclusive. All right, remember it's a single room. CP14 Havana, right? 2-star and medical insurance. So, are you ready? Are you ready? Okay, listen. And let's shake it. More. A little bit more. Be careful. Come on. And the grand prize. Okay. Are you ready? No, I don't think so. So, I do not. Are you ready? Okay, 1 second. Thank you very much. One. And please, our mother. The lucky person. The winner. The winner is HD. HD Health. my ears. Sir, you are the winner. I'm sorry, Horace. You know this personality Horace. Horace, you are the winner. Wow, unbelievable! There he is. Very unbelievable. I can't believe my eyes. I can't believe it. You're very unbelievable. I can't believe it. Come on, jump, everybody, come on, here we go. What? That's this something, but you have a great right to come back to you. Remember, from April 1st till October the 31st, you have to come to our office just to give all. You have free training to you. Good picture. Tell me what you have. You have the to open. That's the first person I can find. It's not here. It's going to be right here. All right? This is a wonderful that is drop the water. This is your and Cuba. Sorry. Oh, sorry. Well, they want to they say, well, you don't think I'm big time. Okay. Big time. You will have to like make a smile. You're going back to be on. It's not a fault. It's you. You're the other person. Thank you very much, guys. And love
Two things I learned today. I learned about my mama, diverse, purpose of Cuba as the uncle. And I'm also learning about salsa, right? Now we are reaching the end of the world. But we cannot reach the end of the world unless we acknowledge persons. And we provide the tool of thank you. I would like to thank all persons, especially mentioned our ladies of Parliament. Thank you, sir, for it. It was short, but very spicy. I would also like to thank representatives from the Ministry of Tourism in Cuba, representatives from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I would also like to thank the Ambassador of Cuba. Sir, your presentation was very interesting, and I excellent people have heard your presentation. And all the other representatives that are here today to market products and services of Cuba, we say thank you. And I would like all to give all of them round of applause. Thank you also to Carl Jenny has been the day behind this launch, and I'm sure everybody will be here with something that they can share and something they can be proud about of the partnership between Jamaica and Cuba. Give yourself give yourself a round of applause. I would also like to thank her human capital, our members of staff who have worked assiduously to make this event a success. Give them a round of applause. Without further ado, we have some tokens that we want to give as a piece of appreciation to persons. So I'm going to ask Yenny to present these tokens. So we would like to acknowledge special, we would like to express a special thank you to these persons. The representative from the Ministry of Tourism in Cuba. Can we have the representative, please? Is that person here? Ministry of Tourism, Cuba. Thank you. Next in line would be the representative from Iberia Star. Can we have the cameraman, please? Thank you.
One more.
All right, thank you. Iberia Star representative. Can I have that person here, please? Give her a round of applause. Now we also have interested in the Cuban musical presentation. So can we have the representative for the musical presentation? Give them a clap when we intend to let's give them a round of applause. Okay, so we have the representative for the Cuban educational portfolio. And we have that person. Congrats. And we thank you. Okay. And we also have a very interesting presentation on immersion programs. Can we have that representative? Okay, and we have the same person coming back. And next in line with the person, we would like to have the representative from the group of biotech. Can we have that person? Thank you very much, sir. would like to call our Cuban ambassador. Can we have our Cuban ambassador to speak, please? Thank you. Okay. And we also wanted to give a special token to the representative from European Union. And we have that representative. Thank you. Caribbean and Trump is the representative for Gaviota in Jamaica. Thank you. So, so we would like to end the program. We have cocktails on the house. We have music, so you can unwind for another 15 minutes or just relax and meet and greet. So it's now meet and greet time, so flow it over. So once again, we thank everyone for coming. We thank our special guests. We thank our VIPs. We thank our members of parliament. And we look forward to another launch at another time. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
We